Hi, it's Marcy. I'm working on a journal. It has 3 signatures, and I used papers from Visual Gypsy at Creative Fabrica. This is her set, and it has these pretty blues and flowers and lace. I will link the kit below. And I also used my latest set of papers, these mixed media flowers, and some other things too. I will, as we go through. These are the 3 signatures. I'll show you. They're very, there's a small amount of papers in them because I plan to put a lot of stuff in them. And also they're double thickness because when I print out my test prints, I print on, you can kind of see slight, these are papers that are have already been printed on, and they've been put in the recycling bin at my husband's work, and he grabs them and I print on the other side just for test, because then if I have to toss them out and there's corrections to make when I do a design, you know, when I'm designing something, I don't mind throwing it out because it's already paper that was going to be thrown out anyway. But to use them up, what I did was I just glued them back to back. So if you know, if I'm explaining myself well, so that you can understand what I mean, it's a double thickness, so it's a little bit, you know, heavier than normal. So I only put 5 pages in each signature, and I will be also decorating them and adding tags and pockets and whatnot. So, you know, they might get pretty thick because it's already, if you think about this being filled up with ephemera and whatnot, it's going to be at least probably about 3 inches thick. I'm going to need you know, if I want it to lay flat, then I need to have a spine that's at least 3 inches. But whatever. So I'll show you what it looks like so far. This is one of my pages from Italian documents. I'm pretty sure it's set number 1. Not quite sure. These lace pages are also from Visual Gypsy. She has some real pretty lace, pearls and lace, and this background, I can't remember what she called it. Hang on a second. Let me look on my computer. I'll tell you what the name of it is. Okay, this is called Antique Lace Pearls Plaster Grunge. And on her preview, it says Bridal Wall. So it has like 2 different names, but whatever. I will link it below. This is from my mixed media flowers, blue and white, and these are called Blue Southern Charm Antique Lace from Visual Gypsy. Okay, so anyway, let's go forward. And some book pages, vintage book pages. Oh, if you want, I have tons of books in Italian that I'm willing to part with the pages. You know, I could tear them out, either singles or doubles, like singles or whole signatures. And there's sizes, I have them. I would be willing to give these away, but you need to pay shipping. So like a nice size packet, like a nice 8x10 packet to the States, pretty thick. I don't know, it would cost you maybe around $10. So if you're interested, let me know. I can, you know, work with you on how much you want and how much you want to spend and whatnot. Like I said, I won't charge you anything for the the page. I have just tons of books in the garage. So let me know what you want, and if you're willing to pay shipping, I'm willing to send them out. So here's another page from the Italian documents, my set. And these are so pretty. I kind of tore them. I didn't distress anything. I just left it. However it came out, it came out. Some of them I cut, some of them I tore. Italian documents, mixed media flowers, Italian documents, part of the Gypsy, Visual Gypsy kit. My mixed media flowers. This one I cut too, I don't know what I was doing. I was distracted. I cut it too short, but that's okay. You know, I don't really mind having different sizes of papers in my journal, but I just love how this is coming out. It's so pretty. Italian documents. Okay, that's signature one. And oh, I love that all this layering and stuff with the lace, because you could, you know, have a lot of lace in your journal without adding a lot of thickness, you know, because if you sit here, like I love to add, you know, lace on the edges of the pages, but see what happens? I'll show you. You've seen this probably if you watched my videos. See what happens? It starts getting really thick and it won't close. So this you get that same look without all that thickness, because she's, you know, they're photographs of actual pages that she's put together, and I love this, and it goes so well together. My mixed media flowers and these, because it's just like the same look, you know, same kind of 3D with shadows, and I love it. So stop talking and show you the other pages. I just love how it's turning out. Okay, then the next thing to do is, because I bind the journal, I sew the signatures into the spine, and then I decorate it, and it always comes out too thick and they never lay flat. So I thought, well, just once we'll try doing it the opposite way. Do all the decorating and figure out all your tags and whatnot, you know, and ephemera. Did I show you that twice? I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyway. So see what I mean? If you, if you decorate it first and then bind it, then hopefully you would end up with something, you know, a manageable, not too gator mouth, you know. This is from my, I had a video recently where I showed you how I do snippet rolls, and I did this snippet roll with my music pages. I have a set in my shops, and I made these belly bands. So in the middle of the signature like that, I thought it would look cute with 2 belly bands, and we'll see, decide what we stick in there. And just gorgeous pages. So all these just go so well together. I'm really pleased. And this is the third signature. Look at all the details of that lace. It's so gorgeous. I'll probably end up doing a set of my own in this kind of style, similar, because I just love it so much. I want more, 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 more. Give me more. Hundreds of pages like this. Anyway, you know how it is when you get on a kick, you're stuck on one thing and you want everything you feel. And here's another page that's smaller, but that's okay. I don't mind. This is actually just, there's no printables. This is just one of those signatures of the, and I cut it down to fit. Okay. So let's talk about what are we going to do for ephemera, because of course I always want tags and pockets and journal cards. I have in my shops and have had for like 3 years. These templates where you cut them out and then you trace them, and I thought, well, that's just silly. Why don't you just... So I took them all those templates, and I fixed it so there's nothing written. So on the tags, you know, so that you could just print them on the back of pattern paper and then cut them out, and you have a tag or whatever. See? Now the thing is, it's just kind of random how it's going to turn out. So, for example, I have this one tag here that didn't really catch any of the lace. But that's okay because you can decorate them later, you know? I saved, here's little boxes, all of my scraps for putting the signatures together. So, you know, you could just take this and, you know, put it on a tag. That's so pretty. Well, you'll see how it looks. I'm gonna cut these all out, and then I'll come back and show you what I ended up with. See, because she's got the lace and stuff all around the edges, so it's really not going to catch any of that, but that's okay because I will save those, and then you could just like cut here. Wouldn't that make a cute like tuck, like a corner tuck? But anyway, here's pockets. So if I had chosen a different paper, I would have cut more stuff on that, but that's okay because look at these interesting textures. It's so fantastic. So what I'll do is I'm going to cut all these out. I have envelopes too, and I'll cut them all out, and then I'll come back and I'll do a craft along with me video where you know, next part of the video is going to be craft along with me, where I decorate and put them all into the signatures. Okay, so I will pause this and cut them all out, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I cut everything out, and I wanted to show you, first I wanted to show you these, when you do the envelopes, fold the flaps in. I use a ruler to help me do the flaps. You just line it up at the corners and then fold it over, make a crease. It's just much easier to get them nice and straight. So this type, you would fold in the two flaps, fold up the larger flap, and just run a little glue here on the sides and stick it down, and then you have, so now you put tags or cards or whatever in there. So there are, there's one of these, one like this. It's the same idea. Fold in the flaps and then just run a little line of glue on the inside here. Have your envelope. Now these are technically coin envelopes, which you fold in the short side flap, and then the long side flap you glue that, and here's one is the bottom and the other one's the top, and now you have a top load like this. Or with the same envelope you can do it like a regular one. Glue these, and then you have that. But of course you end up with these, which I think is kind of not the greatest. So I will probably, use them like coin envelopes. And just to have, you know, some variety. Same thing here. Could be like this. Or like this. You can put your card in. Actually, I prefer it like that. It just looks, I don't know, nicer. Now you have pockets. Two kinds of pockets in different sizes. These are the corner pockets. Now, let me get my ruler off the floor. Okay. So you fold them in on these. Let's do a bigger one. You see it better on the camera. So you just line them up and fold it. Just make a little crease there. Of course, if you have a scoreboard, you could do that. I have one, but too lazy to go get it out. It's on the other side of the room. Put a little crease. Okay, so now it's ready to fold over. It's kind of hard to do on a soft surface like this. I usually would be doing it on my board, my cutting board. It's not cooperating. Oh, see, I tried folding it on a soft surface and it's not. Not the best. Anyway, so now you would glue that. I like these especially on the inside covers, inside the front and back covers of my journal, because they're nice and sturdy. Well, that's all wonky, but I'll fix it later. Okay, because they hold a lot, and because you glue these down and you get a nice sturdy pocket on the inside of the front covers, and it holds a lot of stuff. So as I was cutting these all out, I remembered why I liked this method, because you would print out your paper, okay, and then you could put this where you want the design. Does that make sense? Because by just letting it randomly do it, I print the template on the back and the design on the front and then cut them out. See, this didn't grab any, just like this little tiny bit of lace. Whereas if I had placed it myself, I could have had it grab all this. See? But whatever. There's these two methods. One, you could just print yourself. But I don't mind in this case because I'm just going to decorate them anyway with my scraps. But I cut these out. I just kind of ignored what was on the other side because I like the design. This is so pretty for a corner pocket or a tuck, top of a page or whatever. Anyway, so this is what I came up with. So I showed you the corner pockets, how to make those. Okay, and I made a bunch of them and going both directions. So on the inside front cover, on the inside back cover, these are perfect because I like the taller edge to be on the outside. So when I open my journal, stuff doesn't fall out. And when I have it closed and I maybe go like this, it's not going to fall out. It's protected, if you know what I mean. Okay, so I have 3 in different sizes of the right corner and 3 in different sizes of the left corner. And now there are these. I'll show you this kind of corner of pocket. It's not a corner pocket. It's like a tag pocket. So let me show you how those work. They're very light gray, but there are these lines to help you figure out where to fold. Okay, line it up, put a crease in it. Sorry, I have to look close. I can't see. Maybe I should have made it a little bit darker. Anyway. Okay, now I'm ready to fold them in. You want the bottom flap to be on the inside and the side flaps to be on the outside. In other words, what's going to be closest to you is the side flaps. No, it's the opposite. Sorry. First fold down the side flaps and then the bottom flap, because when you glue this on the page now, there's less resistance. Because if you do it this way, so now I'm remembering. If you do it this way, it'll hit a lot of times and not go in all the way. But if you do it this way, with the bottom flap on the outside, there's more. Okay? So these, like, it's a really tiny one, a medium-sized one, a couple, no, there's a couple different ones. Anyway. What else have we got? Some of these I printed to a page so that they're a lot smaller than normal. So I have this kind of tag and journal cards in different sizes. And there's this ATC card, which is just like a journal card that's got rounded corners. Artist trading card is what they're called. They're 2.5 by 3.5 inches normally, but you can make them any size you want. Journal cards, tags in different sizes. So I got some different things to, oh, and a arch tag. This one came out nice. So I have some different things to work with. Now I have a bunch of scraps. I saved those. I saved them up. Oh, I changed my, sorry about that. I touched the little lamp. I'm going to show you something here. When I do my tags, here I have all my scripts. I save these separate from the paper scripts. This is cardstock. And when I want to do reinforcers for my tags, I take a scrap that's like in a contrasting color. And here's what I do. I love to do my tags like this. They're so pretty. So you do your hole for your tag. Well, it looks about centered, doesn't it? Okay. And then you can either do these, or, okay, so that's cute contrast like that. Glue that on. I would do one on the back and one on the front to reinforce the holes. Or you can do, like, if you have a little flower punch. I love this. This is so cute when you do the flower punch. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. So the flower punch, and then what I do is to make sure I get it dead center is like, there's other ways of doing this. I've seen other people first do the hole and then do the flower, but I can't get it right unless I do the flower and then I put a dot in the middle and then I punch it. I get the dot right in the middle of this, like that, and I got my little flower hole reinforcers, and it's so cute. So you do this however you want, or you use plain ones, or do it without, whichever. But this is kind of thin cardstock, so I like to reinforce them. And then on the back I could just write or whatever. So this one I will decorate, and some of these others, like some of them are okay as is. This is already cute the way it is. But if you wanted, you know, you could do like a layered, like a tag pocket, pocket tag, whatever you want to call it. Just wrap that around. Where's my scissors? And glue it on the bottom and the two sides, and I have a pocket tag pocket, so you could put another little baby one in there. So cute, so cute. And then of course, you know, you have them punched and your little ribbons or whatever there. Darling. See, I love this type of thing where you could just do, like, you could have lace all over the place, lace and pearls, but you're not adding hardly any thickness to your journal. Whereas, you know, if you're using actual real lace, which I love to use, but you just end up with big chunky journals, you know. It's gorgeous, but you know, it's a lot of bulk. And this is just as cute, I think, you know, with all these lace and pearls and flowers, all 3D stuff, but it's flat. It's a 3D look, but it's not adding bulk to your journal. So I'll do a bunch of these up and I'll come back and show you what I did. And put it all together.